Today I have a guest who I met in a dark cellar, smoking cigars and eating steaks.
I just came from a regular family. Approaching a career in sales is one of the best things you can do.
We don't see the world as the world is, we see the world as we are.
For young men who want to get successful, I think that's the foundation.
What would be, besides looking great naked?
But then, it counts, and it's the same in business.
Today I have a guest who I met in a dark cellar, smoking cigars and eating steaks. Now we are very good friends, and I'm thrilled to have you on. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you much. Thank you very much for having me, Chris. I'm very delighted to be here today.
So for our listeners who might not know you, can you talk a little bit about yourself? Like, how did you become who you are today, and what do you do with your sales position?
Yes, so my name is Patrick, 28, from Vienna, and I'm a self-made entrepreneur since 11 years already. My main subjects are sales, mindset. I'm already also a little bit into coaching. I'm into investing and in general business building, making new connections, and being the best version of myself. And it didn't ever been like that. I just came from a regular family in Austria, and started as a mechanic in a normal job, and recognized with just 16, 17 years of age that I'm more, I want to get the best life for myself. So I quit my job, started in different online businesses, from MLMs to e-commerce to agencies. But at the end of the day, I stuck with sales because I really like to communicate with people, help people achieving their goals, and that's why I'm here today. Yeah.
Wonderful. So what first specifically drew you to a career in sales, and more specifically, how did you end up in the wellness and beauty transformation space?
That's a very, very funny question, because I never felt home in one business until I met one of my current mentors, also a very, very successful guy from Austria. And before, I was in a financing company with insurances and real estate, and I wasn't really happy with that. It was so dry business, and I told him that, and after that he invited myself to come check it out, and since then 4 years I'm working for this company in the beauty branch. We're helping people building their own business with a technology where they help their customers getting in shape and achieving a better life, and of course making more money.
That's very interesting, and it's also very interesting to me that you chose sales, because I can see lots of people out there have problems in actually selling themselves, selling their product. And just before, you compared selling more to helping people within a conversation. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Definitely. Well, I think most of the people, they have a false picture of what a salesman really is. Because sales is much more than just someone in a grocery store, who's picking up products. A salesman is the foundation of every business. Without sales and salesmen, business couldn't survive. Most of people, they see it from a false perspective. A real salesman is someone who helps their customers to make the right decision. yeah, and if it's not the right product, yeah, even then tell them and say, hey, it's not the right fit for you, even though it's not good for their own business. And I think that's at the end of the day what a good salesman is making.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some would even go so far to say that you are constantly selling, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously. When you speak to somebody, communicate your ideas, you're selling them, right?
Definitely,
because you want your ideas to be accepted by the other person. So how would a typical sales conversation look like? Like how to approach someone who is skeptical about the product you sell?
Good question. I think you need a really good sales path, right? It's like a funnel, you know, from online marketing, but it's in other products as well, a funnel where people are interested in the product, get informations, yeah, getting a meeting, a call, or more informations before they end up buying. Yeah, they have several points of contacts. I think today it's already over 16 touching points before they buy. And of course, you know, I'm a friend of a good sales process where a customer is getting all the informations up front. Yeah? So you don't want someone, yeah, who doesn't need your product, because these customers aren't then not willing to buy or making problems or regretting the buy. So I would say information is the foundation.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And maybe that's also why with some people sales has such a bad reputation, right? Because people often have the feeling that they are being sold something and they are not being helped.
Yeah, and people, they don't want to be sold. Yeah, they want to buy and have a good feeling about it. Yeah, that's why all the big brands, you know, all the luxury brands, Gucci, Hermes and stuff, yeah, treat their customers so well, and also make, you know, little scarcity around the product. And it's very important also that you position yourself right in the market, to have value. And you don't need to be anybody's friend or everybody's friend. I think you have to make clear where you stand, and even though many people don't like you, you will attract the right people.
Yeah, I think it's very often about resonance and resonating with people, and then you also can create this good feeling about your product within the people you communicate with, right?
Yeah.
So what has been your biggest sales win so far, and what do you think made that possible?
So I had different big wins. Before I was 20, I already built up big teams in different network marketing companies, and I built up hundreds of people in my teams and made very, very good provisions, good money. And I think this was one of my big achievements. Second big achievement is the current company I'm working now in the beauty branch made over 7-figure revenue just by Zoom meetings, so one-to-one closing deals, and helped there almost 100 people to get super successful with the concept. And of course, those are just a few of the big wins, and much more ahead of me.
Wonderful. And on the flip side, what was one of your toughest decisions, and how did you get through them?
Yeah, I think you need to know when to let go. When some things don't run the right direction, you need to sometimes just let go of some things which aren't supposed to be. When the universe or God is telling you, hey, this is not the right way for you, then you need to recognize it, need to accept it. And even though you're getting 2 or 3 steps back, often it's better to, let go of some things. And for me, it was many times in my past, that I fell on the ground, but stood up again, fought, and keep fighting always, and never give up.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you basically, you have to find your purpose, the thing that is right for you, and then you have to start fighting for it, put down the action, and work towards your success.
Definitely. Yeah.
So what would you recommend to anybody out there who thinks that their purpose lies within sales? How can they get started? How can they become successful?
Well, first of all, congratulations to you. I think approaching a career in sales is one of the best things you can do, because you learn so much things. You learn communication skills, you learn how to handle objections, how to deal with people, what you don't learn in most of the businesses. So it's a good foundation to be on a long term a good entrepreneur as well. So what I would recognize is step one: get a good mentor, someone who is already there where you want to go, who already achieved what you want to achieve. And second point, you need the right company you're working for. And I wouldn't say just for start with your own info product, or try to invent the wheel. I think it's better to start with someone who has already a good product in the market, who's looking for some help, and learn from them. And after that, you can utilize that and use it for yourself. But I think the easiest way in today's market is to start as a setter, to start phone calls, getting leads in, making appointments for someone, for a closer, for example, and then working up. And with that business model, you don't need much investments. You can learn it. You have an already proven script which is working. So with that you can earn several thousand euros already within a few weeks or months.
Wonderful. So even if you're not entirely sure if your purpose lies within sales, but you are interested, start learning it, because there's much to learn about business, about communication, about helping people, and ultimately about life.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said that you also emphasize mindset a lot. What was one of the core shifts that was most transformative for you?
Yes, it may sound silly, but my main core shift was like when I was 15 years old, and I saw a video of The Secret, which probably everyone who watches this right now knows. And for me, it was like mind-blowing to hear that you can, change your reality just by thinking about something. And I was always, taught in my youth, you have to work hard, get a safe job, save your money for hard times, and all that kind of stuff. So I was really flabbergasted and motivated after I heard this, and I tried to implement it into my life. So the first step was, clarity. I wanted to get rich, to have the luxurious lifestyle, to be able to have nice vacations, travel the world, drive cool and fast cars. I'm a big car guy, and that was my motivation, to be free, and build something big in my life. And mindset and those personal development space helped me a lot in that case. And yeah, since then, I attended dozens of big events like Tony Robbins. I seen him live, yeah, and also many coachings I bought in different subjects, from sales over law of attraction. Also work with you now very closely, which I'm very grateful for, Chris. And yeah, I think that is my passion,
That's very interesting that you mentioned this topic where you can ultimately change your reality just by changing your focus, changing your mind. Yeah. Can you give like a practical example how you can use this within a sales call when you have a customer on your phone? How do you prepare, or how do you employ your mind to create the outcome that you want?
Yes, I think in sales so much is about state. Yeah, how are you in a energetical state? How is your state? Because if you call someone and be super sad or grumpy, they don't even want to talk with you. So that's why I have a strict routine before every sales call, or before in general calling people. I'm trying to get in a very positive state of mind before maybe I'm telling to myself, hey, my product is the best product in the world and can help my customers. Yeah, or hear some motivational music, dance with the music, being in a happy state. And yeah, then your energy frequency also rises and people feel that. Also, I try when I'm called always to stand, and to smile, because people feel it. If you're happy, if you're giving good vibes, and just find your own routine, and find what makes you feel good. Yeah, even if it's maybe thinking about, I don't know, your family, your baby, or your pet, or something else, and makes you feel good.
So you're working a lot with feelings and with the energy that resonate with people in the sales call.
Yeah, because success is a state of mind game, I think.
Because I think it's also very important that you are convinced of your own product, because people also feel that. How can you change, or how can you influence your conviction about yourself, about your skills, about that you can actually achieve what you want to achieve, and ultimately also about the product that you're selling?
So first of all, it's very, very important that you have a big desire and a fire in your heart, or in your stomach, for your product, for that it really makes a difference in the world. So that's, I think, so important. And a big point with that is also your self-worth. Yeah, and this is how you handle your whole life, basically. Yeah, you need to do the things you're telling yourself, because then you have trust in yourself. Then your self-worth is also rising. And I think most of the people, their problem is they don't do what they are saying they're gonna do. Yeah, and we also talked about that topic a lot. Maybe I will, give that question back to you. What is your opinion on that?
It's absolutely true. The image that we have of ourselves is very influential in everything we do, and also on what we experience in our reality, because we don't see the world as the world is, we see the world as we are, and also how we see ourselves. So if I'm convinced that I have the capability to do anything that I want to do, that I can achieve anything I want to do, then my success rate is much, much higher than if I constantly sit at home and doubt myself, right? It's all about the image that you paint in your mind of yourself. And you are absolutely right. You can cultivate this image by being true to yourself and actually doing what you're setting out to do, what you say that you will do. So when you, for example, say, okay, I will stop scrolling on my phone and actually get to work, do it. And if you want to scroll on your phone, do it consciously. Don't beat yourself up about it, because that brings you down even further. And this is a very, very interesting recipe for success when you start to build up the confidence in yourself, the confidence in your image, the confidence in your skills, because this resonates with people.
Yeah, definitely. And there are many techniques and strategies how you can implement that. For example, what I used to do a lot is affirmations, for example. For example, if you're believing that you're not a good salesman, just tell yourself, hey, I'm a good salesman. I can close every deal. People love me. Yeah, I love myself. And if you tell yourself that every day, your consciousness and your inner self will believe it and make it your new reality, and the world will change to that reality.
So would you say that affirmations are an integral part of your daily routine?
Definitely. As other things as well.
Yeah. Do you have more of these affirmations that you can share with us? One specifically that transformed your self-image?
Yeah. One of the most important things for me is gratitude. Yeah, gratitude is like a little secret hack for being successful, because without gratitude, you can't be really happy. And if you're grateful for something, if you're thankful for something, you can attract more of those things. So even though, even when nothing goes right, everything goes wrong, and you can be grateful in those situations, and then you can flip the switch. And I try every day when I wake up and open my eyes, that my first thought in the morning is being thankful. And I'm saying to myself, hey, thank you for this day. I'm so happy and thankful that I'm alive, I'm healthy, I have all the beautiful things in my life, I have the people, and I'm free to chase my path of success and have a wonderful day. And this positive worldview is so important, because there's so many people in today's world, who are so grumpy and are worrying about everything, and saying, hey, the politicians are bad, and they don't ever take take anything on them, and everyone else is only bad.
Is responsible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it is so true that whatever you focus on, whatever you focus your thoughts on, you will receive more of it. So if you constantly worry, you will receive more of the things that you need to worry about. And the thing also why gratitude works so perfectly is because if your mind is full of gratitude, there's no space for negative thoughts, for worry or for fear.
Yeah, and you can try it out yourself. If you're in a gratitudeful state and being thankful, you can't be fearful or feel anxiety at the same moment.
Can you maybe share a story with us where your mind, the laws of the universe, and applying those helped you through tough situations in life or in sales?
I think every day there are situations, just small. It doesn't have to be like those big life-changing situations always, but sometimes, just if you program yourself with being positive and being responsible for your own life. Yeah, for example, I drove with the car here, there was traffic, yeah, and other people, yeah, they may be mad about it, or if they get cut, yeah, they getting aggressive, and I don't feel, that way. I'm always, in a calm, positive state. At least I try, yeah, nobody's perfect, but most of the time, when something bad happens, I'm asking myself, hey, would this situation even have some weight in 3 or 5 years? Yeah, and most of the time the answer is no. So why worrying about it? I think awareness in those situations is so important, that you focus then on what you want. Yeah, so you're getting aware, hey, my thoughts wandering on a false position. Okay, now I'm focusing them again back on my goals. Yeah, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think awareness is really like a superpower, because if you can train your mind to not be triggered by emotions and run down a path that you ultimately don't want, but instead become aware of the situations and decide how you want to react and what actually brings you to the outcome that you desire, that is the superpower.
Definitely.
Yeah. You said that you also teach your clients how to become better salesmen. And do you also apply the laws of the universe to your clients in your course? Do you teach it? And if so, what do you teach them?
Yes. So my vision is getting young men to their full potential, to the best version of themselves. Yeah, which implies, of course, a solid foundation with a skill that is needed. In that case, sales. Yeah, and of course, for this kind of fully transformation, mindset is a big part of it. Yeah, so of course, I'm implying like those universal laws, yeah, like law of attraction, law of abundance, and many others. And of course, yeah, the third part is also fitness, yeah, and physical activation. Yeah, I'm coming from a professional sports career, and so I think if you combine those three, of course, there are many other important things in life, like family relations, and much more. But for young men who want to get successful, I think that's the foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. All of them play into becoming the best version of yourself,
Yeah.
right? And fitness seems like a big pillar for you. How has staying physically strong and fit impacted your sales game and also your confidence?
I think I can't even tell how it would be without it. Yeah, I'm going a little bit back now. I grew up in a very small town, and in kindergarten I got poked and beaten up by other boys, and then I decided to do something about it. I started at the age of 5 years with jiu-jitsu. After that, I got into Thai boxing with 10, and with 14 I started with calisthenics and weightlifting. And with 16 years, I was the first or one of the youngest ever on an Austrian stage for bodybuilding. I was 16. I mean, I was pretty thin, yeah, against the other guys. But with 18 years, I received, or I gained the Mr. Universe Juniors title. I was one of the finalists in London in front of thousands of people. And that was my peak in my bodybuilding career. And when I was looking really great, I think I had like 15 kilogram more than I have now. But after that, I consistently trained every week, and I could lay also the discipline 101 into the business. Yeah, and I think that's one of the main or key learnings I got out of all of the weightlifting. Yeah, is the discipline, because everyone knows it. If you're in the gym, yeah, and doing your reps, after 10 or 12 reps, you don't want anymore, you can't anymore, you don't have the strength, but then it counts. And it's the same in business. At the moment you want to give up, you don't want to take another call or make the next deal, yeah, you have to do it, because that's where you grow. And yeah, until now, I'm very much sporty. Last year I also started with triathlon, yeah, just to grow out of my comfort, because I hate cardio, and that's why I did it. And yeah, also had some competitions with that, and I'm super happy about my current situation.
Yeah, that sounds like some pretty heavy workouts that you did in order to compete for the bodybuilding title and also in your triathlon competitions. What would you suggest to somebody who wants to use fitness as a pillar in their life to become the best version of themselves? Do they need to go that deep into mad workouts, or is there like a middle ground that you would recommend?
I mean, I'm one of these kind of guys who, train until they puke and seeking for the absolute end of the comfort zone, or out of the comfort zone. But I wouldn't recommend it, yeah, because it's not healthy at the end of the day, not always, and but you need a good balance. Yeah, you need to take good care of your body, of your nutrition, and at least work out 3 to 5 times at the end of the day in the week. And I wouldn't say it's about the sport. It's again about yourself, yeah, about how you see yourself, how you see yourself in the mirror. Yeah, if you're standing naked in front of the mirror, yeah, what do you see? Are you happy or are you ashamed? Yeah, if you're ashamed of what you see, then do something about it. Yeah, you're not a tree, so go work out, get in shape. Yeah, and also then it reflects to the outer world. You get more respected by your clients, because they see, hey, this guy is in shape, he looks good, he takes care of himself, and the probability that he takes care of me and the business I'm doing with him is much higher. Okay, I'll rather choose this guy than the other guy who's not looking at himself.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah. It plays into so many different paths, like building up your body as the temple for your mind, so that your mind can be strong and come up with great ideas for your business, for your life. But also, to come back again to the self-image, you tell yourself, okay, I will go to the gym. I'm actually going to the gym. I'm doing the things that I say that I do. Build up my self-image through that, and also build up my discipline, as you said. So it's all in all, I think one of the best skills and feats that you can improve in yourself. Where do you see the biggest connection between sports and business?
Yeah, like I say, it's definitely discipline. Yeah, and for me, it's the easiest way. Yeah, the easiest one-to-one transmission. Yeah, where you can, get those discipline out. And of course, I'm trying to read every day, half an hour, making calls. But going to the gym, having a great workout is for me, like breathing air. Yeah, and after a time, you don't need discipline. Yeah, and also, I think on long term, it's very important that you do also the things that you love, even though you don't love them. You do it like you love them until you love them. Yeah, and then it becomes part of your identity, and it doesn't even take that much discipline anymore because you learned to love them.
Yeah. And for somebody out there who is maybe struggling with motivation to go to the gym, what would be, besides looking great naked, the best part of sports?
Great question, but I think it's not at the end of the day about only how you look. I mean, of course, it's great then when you're in shape, but again, it's about how you feel yourself. It's about the relationship you have with yourself. Yeah, that you can be proud, and that's, I think, it's the biggest problem in today's world. That people, why they're not successful is because they not feel worthy enough. Yeah, they don't think they deserve it. And I think with fitness, it's one of the best, or one of the main, how should I say it, of the main pushing things where you can achieve that, right?
Yeah, because you're actually showing up for yourself,
Yeah.
right? You're going to the gym for yourself.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about more about your sales course. What makes it different from these typical scripts and closing techniques?
I think for me, it's very important that I'm not doing it, with everybody. I'm just doing with some friends and people, which are very important for me. And for me, it's important the whole transformation. Yeah, so you transform yourself not only in sales skills, not only in mindset, but to be a better man and to change your life as a whole. Yeah, so it's not about just objection handling. Yeah, it's more like a all-round transformation.
So what would you say are the top 2 to 3 skills or principles that you wish you had known earlier in your life that you teach?
Yes. Well, first of all, don't let other opinions influence you. I think it's so important that you just go out, show yourself, be yourself, whatever you may think others think about you, and do your thing. But because at the end of the day, first, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you, and second, they don't think anything about you. They only think about themselves. Yeah, and in today's world, with social media and billions of videos being uploaded every month, it's very important to be yourself and not just showing masks which are not real. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like anywhere else in life also. Authenticity always wins, right? If you are yourself, if you show up as yourself, and if you're comfortable with the image that you have of yourself, then you project that outward.
Yeah.
And then you can become successful. So if a listener here is in sales or wants to be, what would be an immediate action that they can take to get started?
Yeah. Good question. I mean, there are many things you can do, but I'm a big friend of doing. Yeah, so if you're not already in sales, pick someone out who's there where you want to go. Get in touch with them. Make a deal like, hey, I'm working for you for a week for free. Yeah, and if you like what I do, we can make a deal after, or just work on your skills. Yeah, for example, reading books. There's so much value also on the internet, in YouTube videos, where you can learn, how to be a good salesman, how to make objection handling, and so much more.
And looking back, what was the biggest lesson in sales, or sales has taught you about yourself and about people?
I think what sales taught me is people always ask themselves, hey, what's in it for me? Yeah. So you need to ask, yeah, what they want, yeah, because the bait must be good for the fish, and not the fisherman. And I think that's one important learning.
That's a very good saying. Very wonderful. Yeah, let's get into a little bit more personal questions. What does wealth mean to you?
Well, wealth is, I think, for me, an amount of money which can extend your generation, which you can give to your sons and daughters, and they can also give to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that wealth starts in the bank account?
No, I think wealth starts in the mind.
Absolutely. What is your personal biggest question in life?
What am I here for?
And did you find an answer to that yet?
I think I'm on the right way, on the right path, but didn't find the final answer yet.
That's very interesting, because I believe that lots of people out there, lots of our listeners, have the same question in mind, and they are searching, they are looking. So up to now, what helped you on your path?
I think trusting myself and just going the way, even though I'm sometimes scared, yeah, doing the things anyway, and just have the trust in God. Yeah, I'm also a big believer, and believe that there's some bigger. Yeah, and I think that this guy has a bigger vision for my life, and I have to grow into that person, to make these things one day happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I have the feeling that lots of our listeners feel the same way. And again, if you're not yet sure what your purpose is or where your purpose lies in this life, just start to take care about yourself. Go into business, go into sports, and show up for yourself. And I'm sure that your purpose will be revealed to you.
Yeah, but it's important that you're preparing for it. You can't just be lazy, lie around, eat popcorn every day and binge watch Netflix, and think that somehow at one day, your purpose and something will happen. I think you're the master of your own luck. So if you're trying the best every day, yeah, and working on yourself, working on your business, maximize your options, doing it for your family, for your friends, go out, help other people, yeah, some opportunities will show up, and then you can use them.
If someone walks away from this episode remembering just one thing, what would you tell them? What would you wish that one thing to be?
Yeah. Do not fear. Just do it, whatever, because the probability that you are alive, that you're a living human being, is like 1 in a 200 trillion. I don't know how many zeros this number has, but it's so small, yeah, unreal small. And we have only, this time span of, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 years, yeah, where we're capable of doing great things. And it would be a shame and just really, really bad if you don't use it because you are afraid of what, the neighbors or someone of your family who you anyway don't like thinks about you, or friends. So go out, chase your dreams, and do not fear, trust. That's my message.
You heard it. Do not be afraid. Banish fear from your vocabulary, from your mind, using gratitude.
Yes.
So where can people find you, can connect with you and learn more about the course that you're teaching?
Yes, so I'm mainly active on Instagram, Patrick_Höfinger, and yeah, there are posts on a daily basis, stories, also weekly reels. Also, I have my first few YouTube videos, getting into podcasts now, and yeah, you can follow me there, and I'm happy to answer you or help you anyway.
Wonderful. Well, I will put everything down there. Patrick, it was wonderful. It was a pleasure to have you here, and grateful that you are my friend.
Thank you, Chris.